Howdy, fellow bodies. Welcome to Dise and Bodily's Voice, an audiobooks podcast. We are listening to Part 7 of Story's End. Disclaimer: this story is not meant for general audiences. Listener discretion is advised. I am in a room with a couple other people, male and female. They look like ashen-faced zombies, sleepless and afraid. What do I look like to them? I hope I look calm and collected and well-rested. I look around. I don't remember the names of any of the remaining girls around me, and I never learned the names of the men. I sat down on a hard plastic chair along the wall on the right side, facing an examination table, draped over the top with a paper roll. I stare at the shimmering linoleum, kicking my feet a little, when a silver-haired man comes in and calls someone's name. I look up and watch as the man, whose name was Thomas, I think, sits down with the faux confidence only a man can. The curtains around the table are drawn by the silver-haired man, and murmured instructions are barely heard. "Off you go," the doctor waved, ushering Thomas, who looked like he was in a daze, to the door, which Thomas stumbled out of and into the hall. I watched him with curiosity, and jumped when my name was called. I followed the doctor. At least I assumed he was a doctor. Behind the curtain, he looks over paper on a clipboard, glancing at me every so often. After several moments of silence, punctuated only by the whisper of paper, he sets the clipboard down on a small folding table and regards me with kind eyes. "I know what you're feeling. I was in your place many years ago." I look away uncomfortably. He can't have been where I am now. Physically, sure. Emotionally, probably not. You probably say that to everyone. I refuse the idea that I'm not alone. In my mind, it's not possible for somebody to empathize. Nobody else is having a crisis of sexuality and a mortal peril crisis at the same time. I don't even think Tulsa is struggling with a sexuality thing. She seems perfectly calm about it. You and I are very similar. "Please, lie down on the bed for me," he said softly, patting the paper-covered doctor's bed. I obey, stretching out and trying to relax. "I'm in love with a man myself," he said wistfully, patting over to the cabinets along the wall. They are made of smoky blue glass. In it, I can see dozens of files, each one with a blurry white label. He turns his back on me and grasps a cabinet knob. It flashes neon green and a lock clicks open. When he pulls open the cabinet, white mist rolls out. The files are illuminated by the same green light. He hums as he taps the caps of each one with a gloved hand. He looked down at the clipboard he had set on the counter, then primly picked up a file, which he grasped firmly and shook vigorously. After shutting the cabinet, it clicked again, and the green light fades out. My attention is drawn to a drawer he is pulling open. In it is a silverware organizer stuffed with the syringes and various sizes of needles, wrapped in white paper with a clear plastic window. The doctor sniffed as he stripped a needle from its packaging and screwed it on the syringe he had in his hand. "Let me explain," he said simply. "I was an eager student, but I was tricked into coming here, just like you." He grasped the file in his hand and shoved the needle in with a little effort. He then turned it upside down and drew the plunger back. "I met a man here. Loved him very much." He looked at me out of the corner of his eye as he continued to pull the plunger. "He died," he said with a heavy, hollow sigh. He approached the bed and swiped at my arm with an alcohol wipe, briskly. "Oh." He popped the purple needle cover off, settling down on a roller chair beside me. "Cut your losses, and forget about her, and anyone else. If you're going to make it out of here, you have to be selfish." "Oh," I said again, thoughtfully, trying to relax my arm as he forced the needle under my skin. I weighed the advice in my mind. every day, numb and alone? The ceiling started to spin, and I couldn't feel my fingers anymore. A dull ringing reverberated between my ears, and static filled my eyes. No, I feel good with Tulsa. I'm not letting her go. I won't do it. I need her. Well, I've gotten an amazing education here. I cannot leave. And that was my own mistake. The doctor's voice floated into my mind like a rustling wind, though I couldn't see anything but fuzz and many colors swirling in the air above me. Am I breathing? Is my heart even? I concentrate hard and use my non-injection arm to swipe at my neck, trying to find a pulse that I couldn't feel with my suddenly cold fingertips. Without warning, my back arches upward, and the arm that's attached to the hand on my neck began to grasp at the air, fruitlessly grasping for something to keep me from falling into the darkness beneath me. A pity. Your chart was so promising, I heard a muffled voice say, distorted over the haze I was surrounded with. An echoing click. Bring a stretcher. We have a dead one. Already? That voice was familiar, but names were hard to grasp. Words swirled in a soup. I tried to snatch one, but it slipped between my fingers like I was 3 years old in a bath, discovering bar soap. Just get her out of my office. I have 3 more people to deal with. I dropped into the blackness again. I'm dead. This is what being dead is like? Like nothing? Just thoughts in the pitch? Disappointing. I think? I don't know what I expected, actually. A grand climax? Some angel choirs? Demons? Aren't I supposed to see God or some saints? There's just nothing here. Thick black sludge. I feel like I have a weighted blanket on. Wait. I feel my chest ached, my arm throbbed, and my head pounded with every slag of my heart. Chest, arm, head, heart? I'm not dead? Fuck! But, yay? Jesus. I haven't even had breakfast, and I already can't decide if I'm dying or not. I groan, rolling over the edge of where I was so I could throw up. My vomit slapped wetly on the floor below. I cough, and cough some more. My lungs burn. They burn like I had just done a marathon. They tasted the way it tastes, after mowing the lawn in the sun, like grass and gasoline. Story! The voice was crisp. I heard footsteps and felt somebody touching me with cold hands. Cold hands. Tulsa? I whimper, cracking my eyes open. Tulsa leaned over me, beaming. I could feel her holding my hand and could smell my puke. The rancid smell punched me in the nose until I felt more awake. I fucking thought you were dead! Oh my god, they told me you were dead! Tulsa cried, kissing my clammy forehead. Her warm lips burned my skin like hot water on cold hands. I threw up, I grumbled, trying to sit up to see something more than a ceiling for the first time in my second life. Yeah, I know, hun, you're okay, Tulsa cooed, stroking my hair gently. If you can walk, let's go. I looked around, feeling like I had just been steamrolled and then flash-dried. I licked my lips, which were bone dry. A minute. The hall was empty, aside from a few vaguely human forms draped in sheets, lying on cots like the one I was on. I looked down at the floor where the sheet that had been covering me moments ago lay in a pile. How'd it go for you? I asked after a minute, sidling off the side of the bed and taking a few wobbling steps toward the stairs before my legs buckled. Tulsa caught me under my arms before I hit the floor. Humph! I forced my legs to push against the ground, though it felt like pushing matching poles of magnets together. I blacked out for a second, but I feel pretty good. Not worse than usual, Tulsa shrugged, cautiously supporting some of my weight. My strength was slowly trickling back. What's your usual? You know how it feels when your feet fall asleep? I looked down at my legs, which were tingling furiously, like they were crawling with burning ants. Yes? It feels like that. Everywhere. Much of the time. Tulsa said gravely. We had reached the stairs. Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds awful, I whisper as we climbed the stairs slowly. It comes and goes. Lately I've been having a few good days in a row. Will you tell me when you need help? I'll do my best. We reached the landing. Before us stood a plain door with a small wired window and a brushed steel knob. Through the window, I could see a cafeteria with several circular tables and students in uniform scattered throughout. There were about 6 people from our bus littered among the uniformed students. I reached for the knob, steeling myself. I looked to Tulsa, my stomach turning, churning, and writhing. Her expression is sincere, her eyes soft, and eyebrows poised eagerly. Tulsa, everything is so crazy and strange here. When we get out, I breathe. If we get out, we have to put a stop to this bullshit. Tulsa squeezed my hand. We will get out, and we'll be okay. I didn't really think about what to do beyond this point. I suppose now I should keep living in spite of it all. I guess this is the end? The end of the life I had been living. The start of a brand new one. I have Tulsa. I have Kit, regrettably. And I have a strange inclination to ram headfirst into fences. Thank you for listening to Part 7 of Story's End. Written by me. If you liked what you've heard, and you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a lovely evening.